Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you all had a lovely weekend out there. Got a little bit of rest, had a little bit of fun. Hope you're not in a place where you're dealing too much with those snows and blizzards right now. I think the Northeast is supposedly getting hit this weekend. But anyhow, today I want to talk about how you can eat all you want on a raw food diet. Yeah, you heard that right. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go down and hit that subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel and can come back and check out some more of my content. Just got back from shopping at Walmart. Not the best day to go on a Sunday afternoon, but oh well. I'm stocked up on fruits and vegetables again, and life is good. So what does this mean? Somebody's probably really skeptical about this eat all you want on a raw food diet. And like I say, my channel, my experience. Everything I talk about on this channel is just stuff that I've experienced since day one and things I've learned from this. And I've been able to eat all I want from day one. And I think the reason that is I didn't start with some sort of bullshit version of the raw food diet, and I wasn't really trying to do step by step, blah, blah, blah. It just made a lot of sense to me. So I started this diet just eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. Lots and lots of fruits and vegetables. In fact, mostly, I would say even in the very early days, the fruit was the bulk of my diet. And from day one, weight just fell off of me. In fact, in the very beginning, you've probably heard me tell this before, it was falling at an alarming rate. Like after I had been raw vegan for about 3 or 4 months, I looked like I had been in a prisoner of war camp. I mean, I was just emaciated looking, and start learning a few more things, and then, you know, you get this lifestyle under control. But a lot of people, and that's why I just don't get it. But like I say, I have a different sort of brain. I live differently. Ever since I've been doing this lifestyle, I live by myself. I'm kind of a loner. I haven't had a lot of human contact. So maybe that has something to do with it. But I just eat regular food. One thing I want to throw in here, we're going to talk a little bit about calorie density. Now, I haven't done a whole lot of fancy editing on my videos, and I haven't done this in a while, but I'm going to try to drop right in here right now a little chart that shows you the calorie density of specific foods. And as you can see from that chart right there, that there's certain foods that are very high in calories, and they don't do hardly anything to fill you up, to satisfy your stomach. And then there's on the other end of things just fruits and vegetables, which you could almost eat. The reason I say unlimited is, like I say, from my simple experience, when eating clean, when eating, even when adding fat in there, like I say, I have to work. I have to work to keep weight. Well, I won't say I have to really work to keep weight on, although I have to be cognizant of it and think about it. But I have had to work. I mean, work to add weight. And some people are probably being like, oh, poor thing. Yeah, it is. It's a license to eat. But I've had to, you know, the things that I eat and the way that I eat and my lifestyle, I just have for the last 8.5 years, and that's why I have been able to do this, and that's why I think it's so sustainable, because I can eat all I want all the time. I've never been on a diet in my life. I've never done any health program in my life. None of the health kicks I ever went on in my life satisfied that. I mean, there were times before when I got real healthy and I was eating fairly good, even though I was still eating, you know, animal products and whatever. I was doing better than the standard American diet. But I've never been at a point, I was never at a point where I could, like now, where I could just eat all the food that I want all the time. And these what I eat in a day videos, like those are just barely a lot. Like I was watching the other day when I was doing some editing, I was paying attention to what was in that last what I ate in a day video. And that is just barely enough just to keep me where I am. And who knows, if I ate like that every single day and didn't add anything besides what I ate, I might even drop a few pounds. So the thing that I'm trying to overemphasize here is the cleaner you eat, the more you can eat. I mean, look at the chart. Go back, look at the chart. And one thing I would say about that chart, you saw the oil was the least amount. Like, you see 500 calories of oil just barely even registers in the stomach. I would almost put nuts in the category somewhere in between oil and maybe meat or cheese, because nuts will add up quick. And that's why that is the undoing of so many people on this lifestyle. I was talking to somebody about this earlier today, and we were talking about weight loss, and it's like she confirms what I'm thinking a lot of the time, and it's like it's about the fruit and the fat, the fruit and the fat. Yes, they're eating a lot of fruit, and you'll see people eating all this fruit, and you're like, well, how could you eat all this fruit and not release the weight that you want to release? It's with that fat. And I don't think it's like people are purposely saying, I'm going to eat this high amount of fat, but certain things will get away from you. These nuts and seeds and just willy-nilly eating handful and throwing them into dressings and dips and whatever. I'm not discouraging people from having nuts. Nuts are good. Nuts are healthy for us. They offer some really good healthy fats, and the different nuts offer different nutrient profiles and do different things for us. But the calories and the fat, they add up real quick. You eat a couple of handfuls of nuts, that doesn't do a whole lot to fill you up, but that's a lot of calories right there. And I just think that it's just so easy, really, with those nuts for your consumption to get away from you. You let's say you snack on them, you have a couple of handfuls throughout the day, then you make some dressing or dip or some sort of recipe, and you use some in there too, and you're doing this on a regular basis. It's going to add up. So all I'm going to say there is just like be aware of your nut consumption. When you're eating anything other than fruits and vegetables, just straight up fruits and vegetables, be aware of how much you're consuming. The same with the other fats, the same with avocado, the same with coconut. Once again, in no way do I ever want to let you think that I'm discouraging you from eating healthy fat. But it's about, it's in moderation. One thing I read, I got that calorie density chart from an article online that was Forks Over Knives, and I wrote this one quote down because I thought it really sums things up. And a lot of this stuff here, let me say, this same thinking is pretty much the same. Even if you're eating cooked food, it's the type of food that you're eating. It's the combinations. It's the fat. It's the, throwing in processed whatever. When we're eating whole, natural, plant-based foods. But this quote said, by following a diet lowering calorie density, one also automatically consumes a diet higher in nutrient density. Let me read that one more time. By following a diet lowering calorie density, one also automatically consumes a diet higher in nutrient density. So, besides, just the calories, what it's doing to your body, when you're eating the fruits and the vegetables, the more calorically dense food, or the less calorically dense foods, you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. Because on the one hand, you're eating, you're not eating more calories than you need, and on the other hand, it takes so much fruit and vegetables and these lower calorie foods that you're getting so much nutrition in there. You're getting so many nutrients in there because everything you're eating is so nutrient rich, nutrient dense, and that's all you're eating all day, every day. So I don't know. It's just like sometimes I'm like trying to get ready for one of these talks, and I'm like, okay, what can I say that'll get it? Because I'm always watching a few people out there, the ones that just struggle, that they dabble, or that they're sincerely trying, but it just never works for them. And I try to break down what other people, that are struggling with this, what they're doing, and try to get into their way of thinking and trying to think of some way I can say it that might help them. And I don't know any way more simple than that. I don't know any way different than that, just to say, like, you can eat all you want if you eat the right things. And if you're eating all you want, you're always satisfied. I've never been hungry. I haven't been hungry. I mean, I'm sure I've been like, you know, oh, I could eat right now. But in 8.5 years, I'm never sitting around going, oh my God, when can I eat again? Oh, I better wait. Or, oh, I had that for lunch, so I better not eat this. No, if I'm hungry, I eat. I eat all the time. What you see is what you get in those What I Eat in a Day videos. And there's no food, too. Let me just finish by saying that in this video. A lot of people are always like, well, the ice, they just tend to think because it's put together a different way. Oh, well, I can't eat the ice cream. Why? My ice cream is fruit. It's fruit. It's frozen, but it's fruit. A lot of my ice cream is basically a mono meal with a little flavoring. I had some chocolate this morning. It was frozen bananas and a little bit of cacao. So it's basically, you know, just it's fruit. My smoothies. Go back, if you didn't watch that What I Eat in a video, just for example, go back and look at that last one. I think I probably had, I had my standard ice cream. Most days I have an ice cream every day for breakfast usually. Usually 8 or 9 bananas worth of ice cream, sometimes 10. I usually, most days, I'd say 5 days out of 7 out of the week, I have one of those monstrous green smoothies that probably has 9 or 10 bananas in there. That's probably, with everything in there, as well 1,200 calories. I can do the ice cream and the green smoothies every single day, and I still have to pay attention to what else I eat besides that, because you would think like that for a lot of people, everybody'd say, well, God, you could make that your whole meal or you'd get enough calories. No. My weight would start going down if I didn't, you know, in my salad, which is another meal that I have most standard every day. If I didn't have a big enough salad with my sprouts in there, and usually, you know, a dressing, that's where I usually get my healthy fat in there, and I need that. And to finish off, that's basically the whole reason. Like, people are always trying to get so deep into my head, especially the purists. They want to know why I won't join the fold 100% and become washed in the blood, fully raw. And I'm like, the main reason I eat cooked food is to keep weight on, is to put some weight on, because, you know, I was way crazy skinny when I got back up here to the States and was just trying to eat nothing but nothing but raw here. In the tropics, even though down there I was a little skinnier than I like to be, but in the tropics, at least I had access to more fruit, you know, like here I have bananas all the time, but this winter I haven't seen a lot of fruit other than bananas. I have had the random oranges. I got some grapefruits over there right now, but just, it's all about those choices. Every time you put some food in your mouth, just think about what's the best choice I can make, and how can I make this go further? How can I get the most nutrition in every bite? And boom. It's not all that complicated, people. It's really not all that complicated. It just depends on what you're eating. All raw food diets are not created equally. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this message today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again in a couple of days. Have a great week. Peace.